First, I want to update you on some information we're learning from our sources. They say that they have learned that the two rifles purchased by the gunman were purchased legally, one on May 17th, one on May 20th. They also say that he purchased 375 rounds of ammunition on May 18th. Today's horrors, though, began at that house behind me. As Daniela, you said, that is believed to be the house of the grandmother of Salvador Ramos. And according to state troopers, Ramos shot his grandmother during an argument before taking off and crashing into a nearby drainage ditch.
He went right straight through a barricade. It's a concrete deal, and the truck's in there. And
Eduardo Trinidad saw the aftermath. He says Salvador Ramos crashed his truck before shooting at responding officers. Trinidad snapped these photos, including a bag and rifle he believes Ramos dropped next to the truck before running off. Trinidad is a former in-law of Ramos's grandmother.
he was a loner because my nephews worked with him at Burger King, and he was kind of like a loner, you know.
After crashing the truck and firing at officers, Ramos ran into nearby Robb Elementary.
At that point, as he made entry, he began shooting children, teachers, anybody that was in his way. He was shooting people that were in front of him.
Lieutenant Chris Olivares says several officers raced into the school to try to stop the rampage.
They were met with gunfire by the suspect, and at that point, several officers were shot by the suspect.
Olivares says Ramos was killed during the firefight with police. Federal agents, including the FBI, spent much of the evening interviewing neighbors living around his grandmother's house. As of now, no motive has emerged.
I mean, you expect something like this in San Antonio, in bigger cities. You know, we're just watching that stuff that happened up in New York, you know, and it's crazy.
One other point we learned from our sources is initially troopers thought that Ramos was wearing ballistic armor, but upon closer inspection, they learned it was just a carrier, but there were no ballistic plates inside. So we had the outer part, but no ballistic plating inside. Reporting live from Uvalde, Robert Arnold, KPRC 2 News.